Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Today, we're gonna make up for the mistake I made by not covering U-556 meta during my polls and ship review video, because I uh I forgot about her because she's the event drop ship. Okay, I pulled everyone. I need to pull. We're good to go. But yeah, we'll just take a look at her real quick. Kind of go over what I think about her. General thoughts. She's pretty good now. She'll be a lot better once we have more meta submarines. What hurts her the most right now is the fact she does not get Wolfpack buffs from other submarines in Iron, as she is technically not an Ironblood submarine anymore. That hurts her a bit. So that knocks her down a peg or two. She's still very powerful. Especially if you're a new player and you don't have any submarines, definitely get her. Definitely worth it in the long run until you have better submarines, and hopefully by then they'll have one or two extra meta submarines to provide more of a synergy with her. Yeah, we'll just take a quick look at her. So 20 crit rate by 10%, really good. Damage against light armor enemies. I'd prefer it to be heavy, but that's fine. She has kind of a double-edged sword at the end of the skill, where she does 15% more damage, which is good, but she takes 10% more damage. Not so good. So definitely want to have probably a snorkel on her, keep her submerged as much as possible, so she doesn't pop out of the water and get sniped by an enemy battleship or what have you. Free Spirited Parseval. Her range is 1 extra. So when you're on the map and shows how far they can attack, she's 1 extra spot. If there's other submarines in the fleet, so you'll want to run her with someone else, even if there's not great synergy. Yeah, it gets 12% extra torpedo, which is really good. And when she surfaces, she gets torpedo barrage, and she heals. That actually, I didn't know what the heal. That's pretty good. And Operation Siren, Opsci, there's no like submarine hunting range, so you just call them in, just attack, and use them. But when you call them in after your first one in X amount of time, you get a free one, then it price increases by a bit, and it slowly decreases. You don't use it over time, back to 0. So it reduces the AP cost by 12%, which is nice. You definitely want to be using her in Opsci to get her skills up. And then same torpedo stat, same with kill. It's okay. And if this boat is on the battlefield, so if she's deployed, and your ship one of your ships takes damage, there's a 40% chance to fire a special barrage. And it's a 1-second cooldown between activations. So this could be potentially really good, especially in maps that are just covered with stuff, or hell, even like World 13, World 14 with the ungodly amount of planes, especially 13. 1-second cooldown, we firing that off a lot. I'll definitely try and see how much I can get that to work later on. If this barrage activates while this boat has 20% or more max HP, this boat loses 20 HP. So that's not huge. It's not great, but she does have her heal. But it could stack up if it activates a lot. And if she has the certificate of sponsorship, I believe the wiki calls it something else, but it's this little piece of gear that you get from an event that regular U-556 had. The wiki calls it Unfulfilled Promise. It's like the special gear for Bismarck and U-556. So that's there. So if you have that, which it last ran in 2020, so if you're a newer player, you won't have this. Hopefully they'll add to a shop or something. She gets a evasion buff and removes HP loss effect. That's also if Bismarck is present. And I'm gonna assume that's either Bismarck version now, because the Unfulfilled Promise applies to both versions of Bismarck and both versions of U-556. Stats-wise, she's pretty decent. At level 120, that's where I'm going to have it as the benchmark, not 125. It's a little more realistic for general people. She is the second highest torpedo stat of any submarine, only behind U-81 by 1 point. She's got an okay health stat. It looks like it's pretty decent for Ironblood submarines, which have just seems to be lower on average compared to the other factions for HP. Our firepower stat, 62. It's okay. It's definitely on the higher end for submarines, but you're not gonna be wanting to have them making the most use of that. So her name is like Surkoff. And then hit's pretty decent. I think it's one of the highest. Let's see. Yeah, it's up there. 192. Or no, it's 178. Put that at 120. So yeah, overall, pretty decent. Really good, especially if you don't have any submarines right now. Good start. And like I said at the beginning, once they add more meta submarines, she'll probably be a lot better because she'll have some synergy buffs to increase her stats, increase her reload, torpedo, damage to certain things. But right now, what hurts the most, especially for players who've been playing a long time, in terms of finding a spot for on their fleets, is they probably already have a full Wolfpack Ironblood fleet set up. Probably already have a full Eagle Union submarine set up. So, she doesn't get the maximum bonuses to fit into either one of those. But she's still very good. Definitely worth it. So yeah, that's it for U-556 meta. Jesus. Learn to speak. Yeah, hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.